Well, thanks again for clicking on one of my videos, folks. This is just going to be a quick desktop look, and I say quick. Y'all know how I am. It might turn into 3 minutes, it may turn into 10 minutes. But this is just going to be a look at a Reeve Sebenza. Now, I have, ever since these knives first came out, I wanted one. Had to have one, but gosh, they were so darn expensive, and they still are. If you're watching this video, more than likely you know the whole story of Reeve, how he started making knives in South Africa, and then he relocated to the US. You probably know that he's behind a lot of the steels that we see today, like S30V and S35V and all that good stuff. He is the one that worked with that big Crucible Steel company, I can't remember the name of it, to kind of develop a lot of these different types of steels. Now, these knives are kind of like, to me, a good comparison, or a similar comparison is going to be, they're kind of the Randall-made knives of folders, in my opinion. Now, there's obviously a lot more of these than there are Randalls, and they don't have the long, beautiful, established history like Randalls. But these are a knife, when someone buys one of these, they're buying it because they want a CRK, they want a Sebenza. I'll be the first to tell you, and this is just my humble opinion, there are knives that are stronger made that will do everything these will do for a cheaper price. Where these knives really shine are that quality level. The tolerances, the machining tolerances they have on these is impeccable. Now there are other ones that compete with them. I've been away from the custom knife, well, the folding knife market for quite a while, but some of the ones that come to mind that also have very high machining tolerances are Medford knives, and that's the only one that comes to mind for me right now. I'm sure there are others out there, but let's just take a look at this one today. This is a Chris Reeve knife. This is a Sebenza, a large 21 Sebenza, and it's got the Insingo blade, which is kind of like a small Wharncliffe blade on it. But this is the box. You can see I've had it for a while. This knife was made in 2018, if I remember right, and somehow or another the box got squished a little bit. But with every Sebenza, you get this nice little information packet. And inside of it, you get a birth card. Yeah, okay, this shows this was made May 29th, 2018. Large Sebenza 21, CPMS 35VN, all that good stuff, and single blade. It used to be they would sign these by whoever inspected it, but I don't know if they still do that. I don't know. I don't think I have a signature on this one anywhere. I know it's not on this. Maybe that's something they stopped doing. I don't know for sure. Now, these are knocked off from time to time, so you know, one good rule of thumb is try to make sure you get your paperwork and stuff like that when you buy one. Warranty registration cards never sent in. This is an interesting little timeline on here. I'm not for sure if y'all can see that. And I've got a bunch of junk in this box that's related to this. This is some actual CRK lanyard that I got from a guy. This does, well, I'm thinking that, yeah, this is the original lanyard and lanyard pin that came in this particular Sebenza. Or this is, I'm sorry, this is, yeah. And I'll show you what I mean by this here in a moment. This is the Hawk pocket clip. I bought this to try on it for a little while when I did have a clip on it. Now I actually don't even have a clip on it, and the original clip is out in my workshop somewhere, so I need to run that down and get it in the box. Then we have these little doohickeys, and oh, this is an extra button that goes on this thing. You can put it on there so you don't have an unsightly snap on the sheath for it. So let's kind of make this pretty. Y'all want to? They give you these fancy little, I don't know if they still do, but back around this time, you would always get a little polishing cloth with your Sebenza. Now, I pocket carried this for a while with the clip and with the aught clip, and I just went to a sheath carry. And the reason I don't carry this much anymore is because of the fact that I carry Leatherman full time now on my waist, and then I carry a Benchmade Phaeton out the front automatic in my pocket. So this one was kind of retired when I started going that route, but it's one of those knives that I can't imagine me ever getting rid of this one, because I coveted one of these for so long, and when I was finally able to get one used, and this was used when I bought it, I was all excited. But the sheath itself, this is a CRK sheath. My wife actually surprised me with this. She knew I was wanting one of these sheaths, and hell, they're about $55 just for this sheath. And there was one used on one of the knife groups that I'm on in Facebook, and she was nice enough to pick it up for me. And you can see this is made somewhere, what does that say? You can probably read that better. Case makers, something case makers, somewhere in Idaho. It's a nice sheath. It looked new, of course, when I got it, but, you know, after carrying it for a while, it's kind of getting broke in a little bit. But this is it. And you can see it's got, you know, I've used this knife. It's not some Safe Queen. It's got some, what they call snail trails in it, different things like that. You can see where the pocket clip used to rest on it right here before I took the clip off. This is the little filler gap they use for the pocket clip. Centering's not bad on this one. This one had the little blue actuator, but you can see with use that it has worn. But this is what Sebenzas are all about. These are where people like them, is how smooth these things feel when you open them. I mean, they are very smooth. They're not on ball bearings. A lot of people think these are on ball bearings, but they're actually on phosphate bronze washers, I believe. And they actually, and it's in my shop still too, but with the box of this, you get a little tube of the fluorinated grease, fluorocarbonated grease, or some special grease you're supposed to use on these. But this is it, folks. I probably need to drop this, actually. I can't remember the last time I put it on the strop strap, but Idaho made. Now this little lanyard with bead, I believe this is actual CRK. No, this isn't. I believe I tied this one myself, actually. This is not 550. This is the next step down. What is it, 300 paracord with a little titanium bead. And see how they do their lanyards? Let me see if I can get this to focus on this. That little lanyard goes through a hole in that bead. See how that bead, if the lanyard's not here, that bead will just rattle back and forth. But this is the original bead that was in it. And I believe the factory lanyard was this one, and this particular one, if I remember right. And this is not 550 either, but you can see, oops, sorry. Technical difficulties. You can see the CRK lanyard string is a little bit bigger than what I ultimately used on it. But this is it, folks. I just wanted to take a few minutes and show this to y'all. Every once in a while, I'll strap this on my hip again. But I tell you, nowadays, I've carried that Leatherman for so long. Anytime I don't carry a Leatherman and just carry a large folder or even a fixed blade like this, I feel a little bit unprepared, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I just like having the utility of a Leatherman on me at all times. I like having the saw, the screwdrivers, the scissors and stuff like that in the package. It's just a little bit bigger than this, but you can't deny that these are just an absolutely beautiful knife. And I don't know how you guys are, but on my knives, even the nice, high quality, high end knives, I like to see them used. I don't believe in getting a knife and just sticking it in a safe and pulling out every once in a while like some of these Randall nuts and just saying, oh, how pretty it is and everything else. As always, thanks for clicking on this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, give me a thumbs up. That really helps a lot. And subscribe to my channel if you like this sort of stuff. I'm always putting out all different types of videos, so you never know what I'll have next. Y'all be safe out there. Have a great day.